All right. It's that kind of night. So, a lot of people like to judge me based on the way that I look and speak. People assume that I only date white women. Not the case. But I've been stopped on the street by a lot of random black dudes like, hey, how do I get a white woman? I'm not with a white woman. I'm not headed to a white woman. I've got on a scarf, but that's not enough to go by. And I feel bad for them as I walk away because I'm like, man, that dude really wants a white woman. I hope he gets one too. I care about people. When I was young, a lot of my white friends would try to compliment me and they would say, hey man, you talk white. And I was like, no, I speak well. The difference is to say that I talk white means black people can't speak well. I can't have that. So I would head off to my black friends, and it never takes very long for someone to remind me, hey man, you gotta be like the whitest black dude that I've ever met in my life. I'm like, what are you, working with the white guys? You're killing me right now. But that's my struggle. I'm real chocolatey brown, as you can tell. I like to call this sexual mahogany. So, one day I'm in the car with my mom as a kid, and I was like, hey, how come we're called black people when I'm clearly brown? And her response was, you got a problem with being black? And I was like, no. And then I stared out the window for the rest of the car ride. You can't argue with people like that. I forgive her, man. I found myself in front of gang members one time. I know. And I'm standing in front of this bowling alley. I'm talking to this girl, and I'm wearing a red FUBU shirt, killing it. And I've got on like a red hat, red pants, red shoes. I'm red to death. I see like these very large black dudes coming out of the bowling alley, and they are just slathered in blue. Whew. So they came up to us, and the main dude was like, hey man, are you repping right now, or are you just making a fashion statement? And I was like, oh, this? This is totally a fashion statement. And they all laughed, and he was like, man, I'm so glad we asked. I was about to fuck you up. And I took a look at her, and I was like, man, I'm really glad that you guys asked too. And we laughed and joked for like 20 minutes. They were good people. I hope they're all still alive. It's crazy out here. I found somewhere really inexpensive to travel is jail. Has anyone been to jail? No? Good. So, the only couple of things that I saw worth talking about. One of them was a fight where both dudes were naked, but no one seemed to care. So it began in shower stalls over a game of basketball, and they stepped out into their flip-flops, and they grabbed each other, dangling. The brawl is on. So one of them goes low and takes the other dude to the ground, and then somebody screams out, oh shit, those naked dudes are brawling. A crowd develops. Correctional officer sees it, comes running over, saw they were naked, ran back, got his gloves on, and then he came back again. He wasn't just gonna reach in all that dick, so he held their clothes a few feet away like, hey, you get off of that man and get your ass on the wall. You, pointing at me, I'm separated from the crowd by the fight. You, get over here. I took a look at him. I took a look at the two naked dudes in front of me. No. They were wet. The ground next to them looked wet. I don't want to walk past and slip. Do you remember old school cartoons when a fight was just a big puff of smoke and a fist and a foot, and whoever got too close got sucked in? Nobody's handing out condoms. I can't take those chances. You guys believe in aliens? As you should. I think that like they're real and they are aware of who we are and just don't want to be friends. Does that make sense? Why would you? We're horrible. We just kill stuff, rape stuff, take stuff. That's what we do. Stephen Hawking says that if we ever meet aliens, we should be afraid because they're nomads looking for a place to inhabit. And I agree with that because that is exactly why we're exploring space right now. Like, we've got to find somewhere else to breathe. And when we get there, do you think that we care if something else is like breathing our shit? We'll just like kill stuff, rape stuff, take stuff. They look at us like I look at the south side of Chicago. I don't want a vacation there right now. Apparently, times are bad. I hope that if they get here, they take slaves. And people get weird when you call dogs slaves, but So when you leave the house, most people have to have a dog on a leash, otherwise it would run to freedom. And when it got away, you would have to take its face and put it on a poster all around the neighborhood like, hey man, if you see Mr. Cuddles, grab his ass. I've got more love to give. So if aliens like take dogs, man, I feel like I'd be real easy to please. Give me some fried food from time to time. Take me to a park where a lot of the women have fat asses. Bacon. Like, that's one of the essential food chain things, man, right? Yes. Bacon makes everything better, and I don't get why we don't put them in burritos all the time. I'll end on this. I feel like we could get rid of a lot of the negative sting that comes along with the word nigger if we just used it way more than we ever have before. Let's abuse it. Let's flood the market with it. Let's start naming people nigger. Right, miss? She didn't say yes. Apprehension is expected. I'll be the first. Nigger Richardson, that'll be my child. And I can see some elementary school teacher trying to perform roll call. Emily Jensen. Fuquan Two-Tone Jenkins. I see you. So we have a Niger Richardson. 2 G's, that's nigger, Mr. Anderson. Do you have a nickname? A lot of my family members pronounce it with an A, you know. And it's uncomfortable. Time passes, field trip day. All right, I hope everybody here had fun at the museum. We're gonna do a quick roll call when we get back on the bus. Emily, gotcha. Fuquan Two-Tone Jenkins, I see you. I see you, buddy. Has anyone seen Mr. Richardson? Hey man, there's some kid playing next to my Escalade. Thank you very much, sir. Nigger, I just called your name. We're headed back to school. Get to your assigned seat in the back of the bus. And that's not racist because alphabetically that's where Richardsons go. Put a lot of thought into that. I had a lot of fun with you guys, man. Tyler, thank you.